This is number 6 on Schoology. So remember, when we solve using substitution, we are going to look for one of the equations should already be in x equals or y equals, and we're going to take that and we're going to plug it into the other equation. So we're going to end up using both equations. So let's look. Number 6 is one of those equations already set up to say x equals or a y equals. Yes, it is. Here he is right here. And x equals that. So we're going to take that and we're going to put it in the spot of the x right there. So we're going to plug in. So I'm actually going to do something a little bit different to maybe help us organize our work as we move on. I'm going to write down in here the equation that's in the x equals 3 minus y, because we're going to come back to using that. And then I'm going to take this equation that we plug into right here, and I'm going to put that over here with our substitution step. So it starts off with an x, and I know that x is now equal to something else, so I'm going to replace it. Remember, I'm going to substitute it. And remember that we take the sides of those circles and we're going to plug them in. So that's going to look like this. 3 minus y, and then I'm going to copy down the rest of that equation. So it says plus 4y equals 6. So I have both equations written down. The first one that I wrote down was just the x equals, and the next one was where I replaced, that used to be an x right there, but I replaced it with what was in the circle. So now we're going to do what we did above. We're going to go back to our steps, and you're going to keep using these steps. The first thing that I did was plug in. So I'm going to do that again. Check. Plugged it in. Now I'm going to simplify. So here, is there anything beside the parentheses that I need to distribute? No. That means the parentheses are no longer necessary. So I'm just going to rewrite this without the parentheses. And I'm still going to continue to simplify because I still see y's right here and I see y's right here. So now I'm going to put those together. I'm going to copy down my 3, and then there's no number on this y, so I want to remind you that if a letter is just there by itself, you can put that 1 in. So negative y is the same as negative 1y. You have negative 1y, but you have positive 4y's. What do you have altogether? You have 3y's, and that equals 6. The next step said that I need to now solve, because everything is put together as best as I can get it right now. I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to start solving. So I have that I want to get the x or the y by itself, and in this case now it's a y. So to get the y by itself, we're going to move that plain number like this. So it zeroes out, and now I have 3y's, and 6 minus 3 is 3. And then I'm going to divide. Three divided by 3 is 1 on this side too. Now this is one reason that we don't always just say cancel, because there is something left over. 3 goes into 3 once. Now this is the first part of my final answer. And again, in a point we have x, y. So that y is going to go underneath the y spot. So we have a 1 in the y spot. Now we go to our other equation, the one that started it all, where it said x equals or y equals. And now what we're going to do is we're going to plug in what we know. We now know that y equals 1. So in that other equation where we had that y, we know that that's 1. So x equals 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that means x equals 2. And we put 2 in the x spot. And now we have our final answer right here. And I showed you guys on number 5 how you can check yourself if you wanted to by going back in and plugging in this x and y value into both of these equations and seeing if the left side equals the right side. For those of you that want to see that check step again, I'll do it right here so that you can see it. X is a 2. 2 plus 4 times y is 1 is 6. Is that true? 2 plus 4 is 6. So it works for the first equation. Now let's check the second equation. We have 2 equals 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 equals 2, so that one is also correct. So because this point right here plugs in to both of the equations correct, that means that we did the whole question correct, and we will get all of our points. This check step right here is optional.